Modeling linear relationships, page 35. You should be watching this video after you have completed the 4 questions in order to check your answers. A storm moves at a rate of 8 miles per hour. It is 200 miles away from Freeport and headed directly for this town. The equation y equals 200 minus 8x can be used to represent this function. Identify the slope and y-intercept and explain what they represent. I'm going to rewrite the equation as y equals negative 8x plus 200 because we know that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. M is our slope, the coefficient of x is our slope, so the slope is negative 8, which represents how fast the storm is moving. The storm moves closer at a rate of 8 miles per hour. Y-intercept is the constant that's at the end of the equation, which is why we rewrote it. Y equals mx plus b, it is our b. That is 200. And that means that's our initial value. The storm starts off at 200 miles away from Freeport. So our initial value is 200 because when the storm starts it's 200 miles away from Freeport, and our constant rate of change, or our slope, is negative 8 because the storm is moving closer at a rate of 8 miles per hour. It's moving closer to Freeport. So every hour we take 8 away from the 200, and that's how many miles the storm is left from arriving at Freeport. Number 2, a lawnmower has a fuel tank that holds 8 gallons of gas. So the most you can get in this lawnmower is 8 gallons of gas. That's my initial value. That's how much I'm starting off with. It uses gas at a rate, that's a very good indication that you're about to see your slope or your constant rate of change. It uses gas at a rate of about 1 1/4 gallons per hour. So this is my slope. Suppose that the gas tank is full, which means we are starting with the 8 gallons. Write an equation that shows how much gas will be in the tank after each hour the lawnmower has run. So y equals, it holds 8 gallons, and it's losing 1.25 gallons every hour. We know that we write our coefficient with x first, including the sign that's in front of it. So my equation is y equals negative 1 1/4 x plus 8. Identify the slope and y-intercept and explain what they represent. My slope is negative 1 25/100 because the lawnmower loses 1 25/100 gallons every hour. The initial value, or the y-intercept, is 8 because it starts off with a full tank and it holds 8 gallons. It tells us that the tank is full. And that is number 2. Let's look at number 3. This equation shows the amount of candle that is left in ounces after burning for x hours. What is the y-intercept of this function, and what does it represent? Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So y equals negative 2/10 x plus 12. Your y-intercept is b, or the number, the constant that does not have a variable. So the y-intercept is 12, which means this is a 12-ounce candle. before we burn, before we even light the candle, there's 12 ounces in the candle. And number 4, write an equation for the graph. Identify the slope and the y-intercept. When you write an equation for a graph, we learned this in our last unit. We start at the y-axis. Where the graph touches the y-axis is our y-intercept, because that's where the graph intersects the y-axis. Then to find the slope, we pick another point. To get from 0, 2 to 1, 2.5, we're going up 1/2, and to the right 1. 5/10 divided by 1 is still 1/2. So the equation is y equals mx plus b. Y equals 1/2 x plus 2. Identify the slope and the y-intercept. The slope is 1/2. The y-intercept is 2. If you have any questions about this activity, please comment on the video in Google Classroom.